Have you ever been in a situation where someone disrespected you, and all you wanted to know was how to react in the best way possible? Maybe at a meeting, a social event, or even at home, you heard a comment that made your blood boil. What did you do? Did you explode in anger or try to stay calm? What if I told you there is an ancient approach that can completely transform your reaction to these situations? Today, we are going to explore the ancient philosophy of Stoicism and its practical principles for dealing with disrespect. Imagine being able to face these situations with wisdom and dignity instead of reacting impulsively. Does that seem impossible to you? The great Stoic thinkers, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, faced these same challenges and left us with valuable teachings. In this video, you will discover how to apply these Stoic principles in your daily life so that others' disrespect won't disturb your inner peace. If you have ever felt hurt or angry by someone's behavior, this video is for you. I will help you understand how Stoic philosophy can change the way we interpret and react to these situations. If you're new here, welcome to our channel, where we dive into the rich world of ancient philosophy and connect these teachings to our modern world. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos filled with practical wisdom. And before we begin, I want to invite you to stay with me until the end. Besides learning about Stoic principles, you'll have the chance to join a fascinating discussion in the comments. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear these words of wisdom. Remember, when someone disrespects us, it says more about them than it does about us. Staying calm and not letting others' disrespect affect our emotional state is a challenge, but it's worth it. It is an opportunity for self-evaluation and personal growth. Now, let's dive into the Stoic principles that can transform how you deal with disrespect. Stay until the end to ensure you absorb all the valuable insights that can make a huge difference in your life. Let's learn together how to face disrespect with wisdom. Lesson 1. The fundamental principle: staying calm. At the heart of Stoicism lies a powerful lesson that transcends everyday events. We are not disturbed by what happens, but by how we choose to interpret what happens. As Epictetus wisely stated, we are troubled not by things themselves, but by our own perception of them. Imagine yourself facing a situation where someone acts disrespectfully. It's one of those moments that can make your blood boil, isn't it? It feels as if another person's words or actions have the power to upset our mood and throw us off balance. But what if I told you that this power doesn't have to be given to them? Yes, it's true that people often project their own insecurities and frustrations rather than genuinely judging our worth. It's as if they are dealing with their own ghosts, and we mistakenly take them as judges of our intrinsic value. Maintaining calm in the face of disrespect is a real challenge of emotional balance. It's like walking a tightrope between impulsive reaction and inner serenity. But guess what? It's in this balance that the key to our personal growth lies. Every time we choose not to be shaken by negative words or behaviors, we are not only strengthening our inner peace, but also our ability to face any challenge that life throws our way with courage and steadiness. So the next time someone tries to unsettle you with poorly chosen words or unnecessary actions, remember this fundamental truth: you have the power to choose how to react. You can choose not to let others' venom contaminate your inner peace. And by doing so, you not only protect yourself, but also rise above the small miseries of daily life. Consider each moment of disrespect as an opportunity, not just to resist external negativity, but also to deepen your understanding of yourself. By embracing this perspective, you turn the challenge into personal growth, cultivating an inner fortress that is not shaken by the whims of the world around you. Therefore, turn every encounter with disrespect into an opportunity to strengthen your own soul. See it as a test of your self-control and self-understanding. And believe me, the person who will benefit the most from this choice is you. Lesson 2. Reflect on yourself. At the heart of Stoicism lies a powerful and transformative principle: the constant reflection on oneself. The Stoics remind us that the quality of our thoughts directly shapes the quality of our lives. As Marcus Aurelius taught us, happiness is intrinsically linked to how we choose to interpret and react to the situations we face. Think about it. When confronted with disrespect, what is our first reaction? Anger, the desire for confrontation, or maybe even the urge to withdraw and avoid conflict. It's natural to feel these emotions, but the Stoics challenge us to go beyond them. They invite us to look inward, to ask deep and honest questions of ourselves. Questions like, is there any truth in what was said or done by the other person? Is there something in our own words or actions that may have contributed to this situation? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my deepest values and virtues? Self-reflection is not just an intellectual tool, it's a practice that helps us grow personally. It allows us to better understand not only the world around us, but also ourselves. It's an invitation to cultivate wisdom and understanding, rather than simply reacting based on the emotions of the moment. Imagine yourself in a tense work environment, where pressures are high and expectations are constantly challenged. In such situations, an impulsive reaction might seem tempting, but is rarely the wisest choice. Acting without thinking can cost us not only valuable opportunities, but also our inner peace. The Stoic approach reminds us that we should base our decisions on rational judgment, not momentary impulses. When we choose to respond with calm and consideration, we are not only protecting our integrity, but also growing as individuals. Therefore, the next time you find yourself facing disrespect, see it as a chance not only to defend your dignity, but also to strengthen your inner wisdom. Self-reflection is not a sign of weakness, but of courage and authenticity. It is through self-reflection that we can turn challenges into opportunities for personal growth and become more complete and conscious versions of ourselves. Lesson 3. Disrespect is the other person's problem. In this Stoic principle lies a transformative way to handle disrespect. Understand deeply that the disrespect you face is not a reflection of who you are, but rather a reflection of the imperfections and limitations of the other person. This is the third Stoic principle, rooted in the philosophy that clearly distinguishes between what we can control, our thoughts, feelings, actions, and values, and what is beyond our control, the actions of others and external circumstances. It seems simple, doesn't it? But think about it. How many times have you felt hurt or irritated because of someone's words or actions? How often have you let these moments affect your mood or even your relationships? The Stoics challenge us to look beyond the obvious. They remind us that while we cannot control what others do or say, we can control how we respond. We can choose to be guided by compassion, calmness, or firmness instead of being driven by anger or hurt. Imagine yourself in a situation where someone is being unfair or disrespectful. The first reaction is almost always emotional, a mix of frustration and the urge to retaliate. But what if we could change this narrative? What if we could see disrespect as an opportunity to practice self-discipline and strengthen our own emotional resilience? By internalizing this principle, you are not simply ignoring the other person's behavior. You are choosing not to let it define your state of mind or your sense of self-worth. It is an act of self-empowerment, where your freedom lies in the ability to choose how to react in the face of adversity. Therefore, the next time you encounter disrespect, ask yourself, what really matters here? Does this person's behavior reflect who I am or who they are? And how can I respond in a way that not only preserves my inner peace, but also promotes a more positive environment around me? Understand once and for all that the disrespectful behavior of others is not a true reflection of who you are. It is a reflection of the internal battles and imperfections of the other person. By comprehending that others' disrespect is more about them than about you, you are taking an important step towards a more conscious and meaningful life. You will always be one step ahead. It is a journey of self-knowledge and self-development that benefits not only you, but also those around you. Before we continue, I want to acknowledge your determination in exploring this topic up to this point. Your willingness to learn and grow is truly admirable. Let's move forward together, seizing every opportunity to expand our understanding and apply these principles in everyday life. This is the true power of Stoic empathy and wisdom in action. Lesson 4: Empathy. To build a deeper understanding of how to handle disrespect in a positive and constructive manner, let's talk about a fundamental Stoic principle: empathy. This core principle invites us to seek understanding instead of impulsive reaction. Now, imagine yourself in a situation where you feel disrespected. The initial reaction is naturally emotional. Perhaps you feel frustrated, indignant, or even hurt. But what if we could change the game? What if, instead of just reacting, we tried to understand what's behind this behavior? Is this person acting this way because of their own internal struggles, fears, or insecurities? These questions help us cultivate empathy, not as a weakness, but as a powerful tool for self-control and personal growth. Consider the case of a colleague who makes a rude comment during a meeting. The immediate reaction might be anger or defensiveness. However, by practicing empathy, you might consider that this colleague is under significant stress or dealing with personal issues affecting their behavior. Approaching them calmly and being willing to listen afterward can turn a potential conflict into an opportunity to strengthen the relationship and support a colleague in distress. Another example might be a family situation where a relative makes a harsh criticism. Instead of reacting impulsively, try to understand what might be motivating this criticism. Perhaps they are worried about you or dealing with their own frustrations. Responding with empathy can open a constructive dialogue and strengthen family bonds. Ask yourself, what truly matters more? Feeding the anger or finding a way to respond with understanding and respect? How would it be if we could respond not with words laden with emotion, but with a calmness that reflects our true inner strength? By practicing empathy, we are not just avoiding unnecessary conflicts. We are building bridges of understanding and fostering an environment where everyone can feel valued. It is a conscious choice of how we want to interact with the world around us. So, the next time disrespect knocks on your door, try taking a step back. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that not only honors my own dignity, but also helps transform the situation for the better? Remember, every challenge is an opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to learn more about ourselves, and to strengthen our communication and compassion skills. Explore the power of empathy and how to apply it not only in difficult moments, but as a way of life that elevates you. Lesson 5: Virtue. To unlock the transformative power of virtue in dealing with disrespect, let's explore how the Stoics guide us to act with integrity and wisdom in the face of interpersonal challenges. Imagine yourself in a situation where you feel disrespected. Emotions may bubble up, but it is at this moment that Stoic philosophy offers us a beacon, focusing on virtue. What does it mean for you to act with virtue? It is more than simply following a set of rules. It is living according to the highest principles that guide your life. It is about staying calm and responding with understanding, even when provoked. Ask yourself, how can I transform this moment of confrontation into an opportunity to cultivate my inner strength? Ask yourself, how can I respond to this situation in a way that not only preserves my dignity, but also promotes a deeper understanding? Does reacting with anger or impulsiveness really serve my highest values? Consider a situation in a family setting where a relative criticizes your life choices. Instead of defending yourself or attacking back, you can choose to listen carefully, reflect on the criticism, and respond in a way that demonstrates your integrity and respect for the other person's feelings. This can diffuse tension and open the door to more constructive dialogue. The Stoics teach us that virtue is not a distant abstraction, but the solid foundation upon which we build our character and relationships. It is through wisdom that we can discern the best response, and through courage that we find the determination to face challenges without compromising our dignity. So, when confronted with disrespect, it is not just about defending our emotional territory, but raising the standard of how we relate to the world around us. We can choose not to be swept away by the tide of momentary emotions, but instead maintain our serenity and clarity of thought. How can you apply this in your life? Imagine the positive impact of responding with virtue, not just for yourself, but for everyone involved. By doing so, we are not merely reacting. We are actively shaping the kind of person we want to be and the kind of world we want to create. Remember that true strength lies in the ability to choose wisely, not in the need to retaliate in kind. By focusing on virtue, you not only rise above the circumstances, but also inspire those around you to act with greater nobility and understanding. Lesson 6. Humor. Let's discuss how the use of humor can be a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal for dealing with disrespect and other challenging life situations. Imagine yourself in a scene where you feel disrespected. Emotions are running high. Indignation begins to bubble up. But what if we could take a step back and find a different approach? The Stoics teach us the importance of controlling our emotions and acting rationally. However, they also recognize the value of humor as a resource to smooth the rough edges of life. Consider this. When we use humor appropriately, we not only relieve stress, but also find a way to respond lightly and constructively. How often does a witty remark or a light-hearted joke not only break the tension, but also open space for more open and less conflict-ridden communication? Humor, when used sensitively, can be a bridge to mutual understanding and can disarm emotionally charged situations. So, when faced with disrespect, consider, how can I use humor to defuse the situation? Could a well-placed joke transform the dynamics and change the course of the interaction? Remember, it's not about minimizing the impact of disrespect, but rather choosing a response that promotes a more positive outcome. By opting to respond with lightness, we are not ignoring the seriousness of what happened, but rather choosing not to let our negative emotions dominate us. Therefore, humor is not just a form of entertainment. It is a powerful Stoic tool to cultivate emotional resilience and maintain our inner balance. It is a conscious choice of how we want to face life's adversities and continue our journey with serenity and wisdom. Embrace the power of humor as a secret weapon, not only to confront disrespect, but to illuminate the path towards a more peaceful and enriching life. Lesson 7. Responding with wisdom. To handle disrespect in a genuinely transformative way, we need to delve deep into the art of choosing our responses with wisdom. Imagine yourself in a situation where someone disrespects you. It's as if a challenge has arisen before you, calling for a response that not only defends your dignity, but also nurtures your inner peace. The Stoics teach us that true power lies not in controlling others or circumstances, but in mastering our own reaction. It's an invitation to a journey of self-awareness and self-discipline, where each choice reflects not only who we are, but who we aspire to be. When confronted with disrespect, it's easy to succumb to instant anger or indignation. But what if we could take a step back? What if, instead of reacting impulsively, we chose a response that not only resonated with our integrity, but also sought to resolve the conflict constructively? Imagine the impact of a serene response, a choice that not only silences disrespect, but also creates space for deeper and more respectful communication. This is not just about taking things lightly or tolerating the intolerable. It's about employing the power of discernment to transform challenging situations into opportunities for personal growth and human connection. And here's the crucial point. Each of us holds this power. Amid provocation, we can choose between perpetuating the cycle of hostility or interrupting it with a gesture of compassion and firmness. Ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave in this interaction? How can my response contribute to a world where mutual respect and understanding are the foundations of all relationships? By adopting this approach, we are not only defending our values, we are paving the way for a culture of empathy and respect. Each wise choice not only strengthens our personal integrity, but also raises the standard of our communication and relationships. Remember, you have the power to choose a response that not only honors who you are, but also inspires those around you to act with dignity and wisdom. This is how, step by step, we turn challenges into opportunities and build a world where every interaction reflects the best of ourselves. Lesson 8. Establish clear boundaries. To confront disrespect with firmness and integrity, it's essential to learn how to establish clear boundaries. Imagine yourself as that unshakable rock, steadfast in your own worth and dignity, even amidst the turbulent tides of disrespect. It's not just about passive resistance, but about acting with resilience and wisdom. The Stoics teach us that setting boundaries is not an act of confrontation, but rather an act of self-respect and self-esteem. When someone crosses the boundaries of respect, you have every right to assert yourself calmly and assertively. Ask yourself, what is acceptable to me? How can I communicate my boundaries clearly and respectfully? Picture this scenario. Instead of being swept away by emotions, you choose to respond calmly, explaining assertively why certain actions or words are not acceptable. This approach not only preserves your own dignity, but also provides an opportunity for the other person to understand your expectations. Establishing clear boundaries doesn't mean being inflexible or hostile. It means being fair to yourself and others. It's an act of courage and authenticity where you affirm your value without compromising your inner serenity. The Stoics value this ability to remain calm amidst chaos, thereby positively influencing the environment around you. Therefore, the next time you encounter disrespect, remember, you are that rock, firmly rooted in your principles and values. You control what is within your reach and let go of what you cannot control. By setting clear and reasonable boundaries, you not only protect yourself, but also create space for healthier and more respectful relationships. By practicing the art of setting boundaries, you strengthen not only your own integrity, but also inspire others to act with greater awareness and mutual respect. This is how each of us, by taking responsibility for our reactions and boundaries, contributes to a fairer and more harmonious world. Lesson 9. Change your perspective. It's essential to change how you perceive these situations. Imagine yourself ascending to a lookout point, broadening your view beyond the daily irritations. This not only helps you avoid impulsive reactions, but also maintains your inner peace in the face of disrespectful behaviors. The Stoics teach us that perspective allows us to see beyond the immediate. When someone acts disrespectfully, it's easy to feel attacked and discouraged. But what if you could look beyond that? What if, instead of retaliating in kind, you chose a response that reflected your true inner strength? Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This means you have the power to decide how you interpret and react to disrespect. Instead of allowing others' actions to control your emotions, why not choose a perspective that empowers you? When you change your perspective, you're not ignoring the problem. You're choosing where to direct your energy. Instead of being consumed by resentment or the urge for revenge, you focus on what truly matters to you: your goals, your values, and your virtues. This not only preserves your inner peace, but also empowers you to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. So, try changing your perspective. See it as an opportunity to practice Stoic wisdom, managing your emotions effectively and choosing to respond with calm and wisdom. Always remember, you have the power to decide how disrespect affects you. By applying these Stoic principles, you not only strengthen yourself, but also inspire those around you to act with greater understanding and mutual respect. Consider leaving a comment about something that opened your eyes. If this video provided valuable insights, don't forget to leave a like and share it so more people can benefit from this timeless wisdom. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming lessons on the teachings of great philosophers. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, where we will continue exploring the path of serenity and wisdom together. See you soon.